Is Nintendo Switch Online worth your money? You're about to find out. Fred Richani, TSC Gaming, your home for game news, reviews, and everything in between. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. I'm here to give you guys my thoughts on Nintendo Switch Online. It is available for $3.99 per month or $7.99 every 3 months, or you could do the yearly plan, which is what I currently do for $19.99, $20 every year. If you have multiple family members, say up to 8, that want to be online with their respective Nintendo accounts, you could actually do a family membership for $34.99 for the year as well. Now you might be wondering, well, what the hell does it include? Is it similar to Xbox Live Gold? Is it similar to PlayStation Plus? And I gotta tell you, not exactly, because you kind of get what you pay for. Now on one hand, you save $40 compared to the PlayStation and Xbox online services. On the other hand, you don't get all the games. Whereas, for example, with PlayStation, they'll give you some major titles like Uncharted every now and then, or Horizon Zero Dawn, or most recently Days Gone. You know, Xbox will give you some Assassin's Creed games. I remember a couple months ago they gave away Gears 5 if you were an Xbox Live Gold member. That's pretty legit. With Nintendo, not so much. Yes, you get some free-to-play games like Pac-Man. You get some free-to-play games that you could just play overall and that are exclusive to Nintendo Switch Online. But for the most part, all the games or majority of the games you're gonna get that are quote-unquote exclusive to the online service are old school Nintendo and Super Nintendo games, NES and Super NES, which is fine. I mean, they're practically emulators, official emulators by Nintendo on your Nintendo Switch, but in the vast library of Nintendo Switch games, and N64 games, and GameCube games, and Wii and Wii U games, well, you get pretty much none of them with this online service as of press time, which, yeah, that's kind of lame. Now, as far as the basic gist of why you would need Nintendo Switch Online in the first place, well, if you're playing online games such as Mario Party, Mario Kart 8, Animal Crossing New Horizons, Super Mario 3D World, some of the other games that are out there right now, like FIFA or maybe NBA 2K, you do need to pay for Switch Online because you'll be able to, well, play online, play multiplayer online, be able to voice chat with your friends, and all that jazz. You get all of that with Nintendo Switch Online. Now, the good news is, again, it's not that expensive. So even if you're somebody in these tough economic times that doesn't have a lot of money to spend, it's really not killing your wallet all that badly. You do get some discounts as well. Being a Nintendo Switch Online member, you get various credits which you could redeem towards future purchases. You also get the very important Save Data Cloud. What is that? That's cloud saving, meaning you could back up all your saves to the cloud, meaning it's not contingent on owning the physical Switch. So, God forbid, say your Switch breaks, you lose it, you sell it, whatever the case may be, you won't have those saves if you don't have Nintendo Switch Online. But if you do have Nintendo Switch Online, say The Witcher 3, Mario, whatever game you have, it'll be all backed up to your Nintendo account. Now you can make the ethical argument that cloud saves should not be contingent on whether or not you're signed up to an online service, and that's a totally valid argument, but the reality is that's the deal for all Nintendo Switch Online players. So you either like it or you don't. Either way, you gotta deal with it. Now, as far as how to sign up and access your Nintendo Switch Online content, well, luckily Nintendo has done an update to the interface of Nintendo Switch, where it's right there in this little Nintendo Switch Online icon. You sign in, and from there, they have their list of special offers, the special items you could download for, say, Super Mario Party, and for Animal Crossing, Legend of Zelda, some cool stuff with Super Smash as well. You got your featured Nintendo games right here, like Kirby and Nightshade. You have some classic Zelda games right here, including Legend of Zelda, the original, Zelda 2, A Link to the Past. You have your cloud saves right here, a list of games that you could play online, such as Pokemon Shield, and then the various online services that they offer as an online member. So if we want to go to Super Nintendo, you would go here to NES and Super NES, click that, You can also access your OG Nintendo games and Super Nintendo games by downloading the individual apps on the eShop. So if you just download those, they'll pop up on your home screen. You click that, and then you can go through the library of games. It'll also tell you what has been added new, since they add new games usually every month or every couple of months. And you can essentially sort everything by the type of console it is. So if you want to play just old school NES games, you can sort it by that, and it gives you pretty much everything from Kirby's Adventure to Wario's Woods to the original Yoshi, Vice, Eliminator, Star Tropics, Shadow of Ninja, Dr. Mario, Punch-Out, Super Mario Bros. 3, Double Dragon, Super Dodgeball, Ninja Gaiden, the old school epic Tecmo Bowl, the Zelda series, Blaster Master, pretty much all the old school Marios, which is pretty freaking awesome. Kid Icarus, the original pro wrestling game on Nintendo. Wow. Gradius, Ghosts and Goblins, all the other Mario Brothers, including the Lost Levels, the original Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong Jr., Donkey Kong 3, and then when you go back up, you could actually switch to Super NES. So we're going to go to Super NES, aka Super Nintendo, and you'll see the games they have listed there. Kirby's Dream Land, Donkey Kong Country, Kirby Superstar, Breath of Fire 2, Super Mario World, Yoshi's Island, which is, I think, one of the more underrated titles in the Mario series, Wild Guns, Ignition Factor, more Donkey Kong, Demon's Crest, Super Punch-Out, that's some old school stuff, Natsumi Championship Wrestling, Super Metroid, The Peacekeepers, Tough Enough, Doomsday Warrior, Super Mario All-Stars, the original Star Fox, oh hell yeah, the original Super Mario Kart, Super Soccer, A Link to the Past, F-Zero. The list goes on and on. Some really awesome titles here, but I think this is also catered to a certain age range, right? If you're an adult like me, or even a young adult, the appeal of the retro games may be pretty hard to refuse. But if you're somebody that is, maybe a younger millennial, maybe a Gen Zer, somebody that bought the Switch to play some Fortnite and Mario Kart and some other games, you may not really care about these retro games. But again, whether you play these games or not, if you want to play online with your friends for the most part, you do need Nintendo Switch Online. So, the question is now, is Nintendo Switch Online worth it? I gotta say, for $20 for the year, it's definitely worth it. It's not a huge bang for your buck, but it's not a huge hit to your wallet either. It's somewhere in the middle. Quite frankly, I think it's kind of representative of what Nintendo is. A company that makes fantastic games, more often than not, fantastic consoles, but at the same time, kind of does the bare minimum and knows they can get by with the bare minimum. They like to repurpose a lot of their content. They like to resell you a lot of their content. They like to have this artificial demand for all these games, such as like that Super Mario 30th anniversary that they could just keep on selling, which I'm pretty sure GameStop is still physically selling. There's a lot of things Nintendo could do so much better. But as the old saying goes, at the end of the day, it is what it is. And what this isn't that bad at all. If you want to play online on Nintendo Switch, this is mandatory. And if it's not a deal breaker either way to play online, I guess it's just a matter of how badly do you want to have some friends playing with Switch, and how badly do you want to play a lot of these retro games, which, let's keep it real, folks, while there are other emulation options out there that may be on the illegal side of things, it's much easier to just go on Nintendo Switch, pop open the NES app or the Super NES app, and bam, you got all these classic games you can play. And you can even play some of them online with your friends, which is pretty freaking cool. If you enjoyed this review, please like, share. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for more updates like this. And until next time, as always, enjoy the games.